Good morning. Alan Nuckman from Option Shop with your morning market stir for Thursday, March 14th. Stocks bounced back from early losses once again yesterday to finish on the positive side. The E-Mini S&P was up 2 points yesterday at 1549. It only had a 9-point range between the high and the low. Dow futures closed up positive again. Actually, it's a streak now that's 17 years in the making. 1996 was the last time we saw 9 straight sessions of positive action in the Dow. The Nasdaq was closed at 2794. Bond futures were down a few ticks yesterday, 141.5 down 2 ticks, hanging around these levels, waiting for a directional move. The big mover yesterday was the dollar index, continue to move higher. 83 printed yesterday. The close was 82.90, up 31 ticks for a 0.3% gain. That knocked the euro currency down a good deal, down 77, below the 130 level at 129.58. So we'll want to see how it acts around this pivot on a weekly basis. Crude oil was steady, down 20 cents at 92.75 after stabilizing here after the last few sessions and back above this 92 level. Gold was off a little bit, down $5 at 15.87. Let's remember, gold had traded last week for 6 sessions between 15.85 and 15.65. So 15.85 was and is the top of this channel and that support point. So after the quiet action yesterday and a positive close, where do things stand on this Thursday morning to start a new trading day? Well, we're making new highs, surprisingly, here in the S&P, up another 2.5 points at 1552.5. You've got to look at the support that held yesterday and Tuesday. 1542 is the support level that held as the lows for those 2 sessions. Dow futures are up 15 at 14,410, and Nasdaq futures are up 5 at 2795. The Nasdaq still has a near-term target at 2820 from that 60-point range that the tech shares traded in January. It's broken out, but it still hasn't extended its gains. That 60-point length to 2820 we'll want to keep an eye on. Right now, bonds are off a little bit, down at 141.03, down 13. 140.5 was the extreme low that was made last Friday, the multi-month low that we'll want to keep an eye on if we're going to extend that push to the downside on bonds. And in the inverse, obviously, that's been driving stocks higher. The dollar index right now is at 83.02, a bit positive. The highs in the dollar index from 2012 that we'll want to look at are up above at 84. The euro currency is lower once again, down 40 ticks right now, 129.28. And crude oil is up 20 cents with gold down $6 at 15.82, gone back inside that channel that it traded in for those 6 sessions. So we're at 15.82 an ounce in gold as we stand right now. So to wrap up the current action, new highs once again in the E-Mini S&P, 1552.5, up 2.5 points, and Dow futures are up 15. We'll want to keep an eye on the target high in the S&P is 1575, is the all-time high that it looks like the market's still chasing. I will see you early Friday morning for the stir in the markets to set up your trading day. For Option Shop, here at the CME Group, it all comes back to commodities.